Right guys, welcome back to another episode of my Roma career mode on FIFA 14 Next Gen. Oh my god, we are getting so close towards the end of the season. I cannot believe how close we're getting now. And what a way to start off this episode. A huge game against Inter here, who I don't want to say are main rivals, but they are definitely up there. They're definitely in the, the top half of the table and going for the top 5. Maybe even top 4. So this is a game that we need to win. And to be honest, guys, because we're getting so close to the end of the season now, we pretty much need to win every game. We're catching up with Juventus. Obviously, it's unlikely they're going to drop points, but technically they should drop points eventually. And look at the way I start this game off. Beautiful goal there to go 1-0 up against Inter. Cherchi may be scoring all the goals, but I tell you what, he's getting assists too. And you look past that, don't you? Especially in real life football, you look at strikers and think, are they scoring enough goals? And in this game, you really don't notice sometimes how much assists your strikers actually do provide. And Cherchi, being a centre forward, does exactly that. Both scoring and assisting all day long. And don't worry, he's going to pull a goal in as well. I mean, look at this. I mean, what the fuck? I swear I've been scoring so many of these chips recently. And I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's like, the goalkeepers just really suck in this game at jumping. But either way, it's not just in my career mode. I'm scoring these for fun in Ultimate Team as well, in my Rage to Glory series. Which, by the way, if you've never seen one of my Rage to Glory episodes, I'd really recommend it, because a lot of people who don't normally like Ultimate Team have actually been enjoying that series, which means a lot to me, because obviously this channel is more directed towards career mode. I wanted to do something different, and it's kind of gone down really well. We're coming close to the end of that Rage to Glory series, but I'll be starting a new one soon. So maybe you could check out the new episode after I've moved in next week, because that's when that will be starting. So yeah, check that one out if you fancy it. So we're still 2-0 up at this point, and I thought there's no way I'm going to get on the end of that. The keeper was coming out, but again, goalkeepers, sometimes they're incredibly good. They save every single shot, you just cannot score. And then sometimes they're just useless. Look at that, he didn't even jump until the ball was in the freaking net. Absolutely rubbish. But I didn't care, because it meant I got a 3-0, that's right, 3-0 victory against Inter Milan, and it's a great start. But now we go into a double bill, and that is against Napoli. 2 games in a row against Napoli, one here, which is the second leg in the Coppa Nazionale. Of course, we lost the first one 3-0. I was going to sim this game, but I thought, no, you know what? I don't want to sim matches in this series yet. I think I might have done one so far, so I actually can't remember. But either way, I wanted to play this game because any game against Napoli should be interesting. I tried to do the automated team selection thing, but for some reason it picks players like Laic, who are they're not exactly fully fit, so I don't think that feature really works too well at the moment. Hopefully they'll improve that. And if you're wondering how I do what I'm doing here, where suddenly I highlight the name and I can just switch between them, you'll see the name goes red there. All you have to do is press triangle over them, and basically if you go left or right, once you've pressed triangle, you can select any players that can play in that position. And I always just hover over fitness levels and do that, so you know who is fully fit and who isn't, and select my team based off energy, really. Unfortunately, again, I did have to rest a lot of my key players in this game against Napoli, but at the start it really wasn't showing. Florenzi there, he really did go in ham on that defender. He had the ball and was about to clear it, and he stuck his foot out and just manages to get it away from, look at that, and he smashes it into the roof of the net with his left foot, and it was really tight angle here. Not much space to shoot at, and Reina just misses out of the fingertips there. And look at that, straight into the roof of the net. It's a beautiful replay. That's what you've got to love about Next Gen. The replay system is absolutely beautiful. I do like it. However, I don't like the fact they've removed the name template coming up when you score. So you'll see I'm forward fasting here. Basically, I was struggling to keep the ball. Napoli are very good in this game at keeping possession. They've got some very good players like Inler and Hamzik, who are playing in midfield, Barami as well. Talking of Inler, goes through on goal and hits the post, and then it bounces out straight to Mertens there. Nothing you can do about that. I couldn't defend against it. And there you go, they actually scored just before half-time, which is the worst time to concede in real football. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much on FIFA because there's no momentum. Oh, did I just say that? Is there no momentum, or is there momentum? But in real life, if your team concedes before half-time, it's just a real shocker, isn't it? Everyone goes in at half-time feeling down, thinking, oh, we could have avoided that goal. And then when they come out in the second half, the other team is raring to go, Obviously, it's a game, so you don't really have that effect, unless there is momentum / scripting in this game. But I don't want to talk about that. Let me know in the comments, though, if you still believe there is, because I was pretty sure in FIFA 13 there was something, but FIFA 14 on Next Gen just seems a lot better. It really does. I feel like Next Gen is the best career mode yet, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm thoroughly enjoying playing this. I was about to say Napoli then. This Roma career mode is the best one I've ever played. It's really good fun. The Real Madrid one I did as well was absolutely awesome. I just feel like, because the game looks nicer, it's much sharper, it feels smoother. Look at that bullshit, though. I literally just scored in the last minute there. It wouldn't have meant anything, but they blow the whistle on the corner. I've never had that before, where the ball is in mid-air from a corner and they blow the whistle. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I just think the whole experience of playing on Next Gen is much better. But unfortunately, guys, as you'll know, we are now knocked out of the Coppa Nazionale, and that means we can now focus on the league. So it might actually be a good thing. But here's the second game against Napoli in this episode. This time it's in the league, so I haven't beaten them in 2 games so far. I can't actually remember all the way back to the start of the season what the result was there, so I might have to check that out. But either way, we know Napoli are probably one of the best teams in this game, and playing against them on FIFA is never an easy task. So this game, I had all of my best players back pretty much. I had to play a few little youngsters, I think, in defence, but other than that, it was a pretty strong team. But I got lucky. I got so lucky. This is an awful challenge from De Rossi. I really should be getting a red card for this. But somehow the referee, I think my manager might have paid him, or my executives would have paid him to let me only get a yellow there. Some slight fixing allegations here in this episode. But either way, they do slot the penalty away, and it means we are 1-0 down. That's not good. And Hamsik is easily one of the best players in this game for me. Unbelievably good on FIFA 14. But what a tackle that was. He just scores all the time, especially in Ultimate Team. I was playing some Ultimate Team games last night just for a bit of fun. And I tell you what, Hamsik comes up almost in every game, of course, with Ogbonna, Chiellini and other players like that, Balotelli. He just scores all the time. He's so good. And Gervinho, talking of beast players, just goes through on goal there and scores the equaliser just before half-time. I've still got no idea how he finished this. But he did. I really wanted him to go with his left foot, but he went with his right, and it just got past Reina, who's having a bit of a howler against me lately. Doesn't seem to be saving many shots, but there you go. Higuain with one of the best chips I've seen so far from the CPU. I think I've scored some real beauties, but this is a really well-timed chip. Look at this, right under the bar there. And, well, they're 2-1 up. So going into the 81st minute here, looks like I was going to be losing out on points against Napoli, and it's not for the first time, because they're such a bloody good team. But funnily enough, they're not actually doing as well as maybe they should be. They're actually sitting in 4th at the moment, so whether they're going to catch up or not, but maybe we can just scrape a point. No, of course not. Gervinho doesn't score from there. He never will. And I think that means that's the end of the game. There you go, guys. Unfortunately, we do drop points against Napoli. 0 points from that game, which is not good enough. There's the double bill of Napoli over. And yeah, that sucked. It really did. But you know what? We move on now. We've got a game against Chievo here. You can see we're just behind Juventus. We've got a game in hand, so we need to make this one count. And we're playing some of my youngsters again. I'm finding it quite difficult, actually, to rotate this squad and keep them all fit. There's just so many games. But now I'm out of the cup, maybe that will help. But this first half was strange. I just could not get anything going. I came close there with the post from Cerci. He just bounced off the keeper and almost went back in, which would have been absolutely awesome. And in the second half, it was even worse. I just could not keep the ball for more than a few passes. But we finally get the ball out here. Obviously, I give it away. But Destro, I'm giving a nice game here. Nice few run-ins here. Gets the ball from the defender. So rubbish attempt to clear it. And we put the chance away. Look at that. 1-0, 58 minutes in. And finally, I don't want to say, you know, it was deserved, because it was one of those games where it was just so boring. There was no chances, but I went 1-0 up. And in the last few minutes of the game here, Cerci goes through, almost scores another goal to increase his tally, but it wasn't to be. De Rossi passes this back in. And what we're going to do here, we're going to pass this one back out to Cerci. Is he going to provide another assist, or is he going to score? Let's have a look. Let's see what happens. He has the shot, which is parried. And Totti, who came on late in this second half, puts it away. 2-0 victory against Chievo. Fantastic result to get the confidence back up. Let's take a look at the league table, just see where that leaves us. Obviously, dropping points against Napoli was not good at all. And here's that post shot again, which was actually deflected from the defender there. But after 28 games, guys, we are 3 points behind Juventus. If we won against Napoli, that's what I'm trying to say, we would have been joint top with Juventus, just down on goal difference. So a real shame there. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Do leave a comment, leave a like rating, and I'll see you in the next episode.